Forgot my tape recorder, Satch. You got yours?
Well, no. Given the circumstances, I thought it'd be better to take notes, yeah?
Mrs. Masters, thank you for agreeing to be with Mark.
So I just sit and listen, is that correct?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You're right, Mark.
I'm okay, thanks.
Can you tell me what time you left the house last night?
We all left at the same time. We always have dinner here at Granny's on a Thursday.
And did Emily always come?
Yes. But she got her exam results. They were all A's. So she went out with some friends to celebrate. We went at about 6:15. Got back home at about 11:30. Then James and I went up to bed.
Did you think your sister was at home?
Yes. Her jacket was on the stairs. Mum picked it up. The lights were all on.
Try not to make a racket, Emily might be asleep.
Mum went up to bed.
Night, James. Night, darling.
We watched TV for a bit. Then Dad said good night. And
my bike tyres were flat, so we went to pump them up. My pump doesn't work, so I had to borrow Mark's. And we were in the garage when we heard screaming. And we went into the kitchen and then down into the cellar. And she was lying on the cellar floor. Mum was leaning over her, shaking her and trying to see if she was breathing. Mum kept on telling Dad to help her, but he was... After a bit, he helped Mum carry her, and then he took her in his arms because Mum was hysterical.
And what did you do?
I don't know.
Let him go. He's by himself.
Thank you, James. You can go now. There's no more questions.
Do you want Dad to know?
In a minute, I'll come and get you. Thank you for sitting in. We'll get a cloth. Clean up the chair.
Satch, the sooner we eliminate the family, the better, all right?
You've not made soap yet, then?
Not through lack of applying. The Lord Chancellor has his own ideas. Milne. Barry Donald. Charged with rape. I recall it was the neighbour's daughter. And with the murder of his grandmother. Life sentence. 1999, February. Young Offenders Institution. Oh, of course. Sorry. You were his arresting officer.
Yeah, He's recently been transferred to an adult prison, but his parole officers and the social services want to consider early release.
After only 6 years. I am surprised. It was a very unpleasant case for me in particular. Milne pleaded not guilty. I had uncovered some pretty damning evidence, and as his defense barrister, I'm required by law to defend him to the best of my ability.
What did you do with this damaging evidence?
I felt very uncomfortable when I discovered it, but it's an adversarial system. Ethically, I didn't have a problem. Morally, I did. You sure you don't want anything to eat? Best breakfast around, and the cheapest, or you can have lunch. A bit of a foible of mine. When I was a kid, my mother used to cook these great big stews on a Monday. We'd be on the go until it became this sort of congealed cement. Then she'd start it all over again. I was a rare species who prayed for another potato famine. Have to eat everything separately. First a bite of sausage, then egg. Savor the taste. Left me with an abhorrence of all things mixed together like cottage pie.
So you knew Milne's not guilty plea was a lie?
Yes, of course I did.
So what did you do?
Nothing. When the jury came back in with their verdict, I had my fingers crossed.
Yeah, that it would be guilty.
Mm-hmm. This is what I discovered on her back, which wasn't charred by the fire. I obviously had it matched, and it was without doubt his shoe mark. You missed it. As it turned out, it wasn't required. But if he had walked free, I was certain he'd kill again. Still am. Just my opinion.
Mine too. Thanks for your time.
He was an abused child, Detective. His father was very violent. His grandmother brought him up.
It's all a game when it gets to trial, isn't it? You gave me a grilling in the witness box. But if that jury had returned a not guilty and he killed again, how would it make you feel?
Hey, I was hired to defend Milne, Detective Chief Superintendent, to the best of my ability. That's my job.
And screw the consequences. Just as well we'd enough evidence to lock him up, huh? I don't go along with this abuse syndrome crap. Milne was a real nasty, vicious little thug. His grandmother was 70 years old. He kicked her to death, then left her to burn in the fire.
Yes, love?
Can I get the fruit flan, please? Could I have a custard and a separate plate, not together?